or just on the end there, but just make sure it's on the left-hand side. We do that so it doesn't get in the way of the presentation photo. Okay, it's the only reason why we do that. Now, later in proceedings, you'll again be asked to stand for the conferring of your awards. Now, this is the most important part of the ceremony. It's when you change from being graduands into graduates. We also start presenting you on stage from that point. Now, what we'll do, we will take the back 2 rows to be presented on stage, and we'll take you along the side, around the back, where you'll be presented with your graduation documents. Look like that, except it'll have your name and your degree on it, of course. You'll then walk up a ramp, where there'll be a couple of people from academic robing just making last-minute adjustments to your gowns and your hoods and trenches, just to make sure that you look spiffy when you go on stage, okay? So you'll emerge over near the Torres Strait Islander flag over to the side here, where my colleague Ken will tick your name off and then ask you to step forward to the Executive Dean from the Faculty of Business and Economics, Professor Mark Gabbett. Now, he'll be reading out your names and also thesis title. So when he reads out your name, he'll also salute you, just with a touch of his hand on his bonnet and a nod, just like so. We ask that you do the same, just with the right hand, just a touch and just a nod. Looking good, looking good. I keep saying that's the hardest part of graduation. You managed to get that one right and we're all good to go, okay? So from there, walk across to the centre of the stage, where the Chancellor of the University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO, will be there to greet you. He'll shake your hand, point you towards the audience, and it's at that stage that the handshake or presentation photo is taken. Okay, so just make sure that your degree is nice and vertical in a proud position there, and then you've got your right hand free to shake the hand of the Chancellor. Okay? Excellent. So from there, keep walking across the stage where the registrar will congratulate you. You'll then walk down another ramp behind me, back along the side of the stage, back into a seat. Now, on the way back, just remember, you don't come back to the same seat. So just take the next available seat on the way back, please. So that's why we're asking you not to bring possessions in with you. Mobile phones, if you have any of those, you can I'll put a couple of tables on the side if you want to put them on there on the way to be presented. Just another point about mobile phones. We do ask that you turn them off during the ceremony. Now, it is a formal occasion, so we do ask that you don't take any selfies during the ceremony, okay? Plenty of selfies before, plenty of selfies after. So please put photos and comments on hashtag MQGrads, but during the ceremony, please just, if you would, just keep the selfies out. Okay? Now, at the end of the day's proceedings, that will take about 1.5 hours, the academic procession will move off the stage, and then all the graduates, as you will be then, will join in 2 rows at a time, and we process all the way down to the statues, to the refreshment tent, where you can have something to eat and drink, catch up with family and friends, take some more photos and just relax. Okay? So all in all, very easy process. We'll make sure that you're taken care of, you get your documents, you're presented correctly on stage. So all you need to do is just relax, smile, and just enjoy the moment. Okay? So congratulations and good luck.
morning, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends here on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you are all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of the other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames and photography services are available in the atrium next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it there today. Handshake photographs will also be available for preview in the atrium after the ceremony. In a moment, the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed and you are invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the academic procession.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country. Mr. Tobin.
Thank you. Budji Molino Nalawa, good morning and welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulangari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie himself, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here this morning. And with good reason. Your success is our success, your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably more readily understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by the strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back got distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we do it well. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered at Botany Bay as one of the happiest people he had met in the world. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They were naked, they made their shelters out of the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts and jails. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, and then they were shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained by fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways were kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life, and not so very long ago. Now, I don't see there is a reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there are a lot more of us, but we're a clever people, and there's a lot of magic in the world still. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your lives. Life is good and we are meant to be happy. And don't be shy of sharing your gifts with the rest of us. Together we can put together a world, if we work together, a future and a country that our children can be proud of and one that will do us well too. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to all of us and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, the Honourable Michael Egan AO. Chancellor.
Chris Tobin, thank you for your welcome to country. Now, before I do anything else this morning, I just want to say how delighted I am to see that we have quite a number of little children with us this morning, including a number of little babies, and I really mean that. I started the day off very badly. I got out of bed with a bad back, and then I cut myself shaving, and I thought things are only going to get worse, but seeing all the little children here is always a delight, and it's cheered me up no end. I just want to say also that little children, and particularly babies, are obviously on occasions going to make a noise. Babies are going to cry. Please do not be embarrassed by that, and please do not take them outside. We're more than happy for them to stay, and we know from long experience that if a baby cries through a graduation ceremony, it's back within 25 years to take out its first PhD. So it's a very, very good sign. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, I should say, first of all, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, it's my very great privilege as Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. First, I welcome all of our graduands, all 177 of you, and I hope that today will be a really happy and joyous occasion for all of you. I hope that you enjoy the day, but you will only enjoy it if you relax. Some of you look very nervous, as though you're about to go into the exam room rather than collect your degrees. Now, let me assure you, nothing can go wrong today, absolutely nothing. Well, perhaps a few things. I mean, this thing can fall off as you walk across the stage, or you can trip. Sometimes that happens, but that's okay. That's why these people are here, there to pick you up and send you on your way. So just sit back, relax, and make sure that today is one of the most enjoyable days in your life, because you deserve to enjoy the day. You deserve to take pride in your graduation. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. So welcome and congratulations to each and every one of you. Today I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you sitting over there or behind our graduands as their invited guests. Because if you think about it for just a moment, you've all obviously done well too. The very fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you've been very important in their lives and in the successes that we celebrate today. And I don't want you to think either that observing today's graduation is the end of your role. I have another service for you to perform, a very important service for our newest graduates, as they will soon become. I want you to make sure that the degrees that they receive today are never ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our graduands are too shy or self-effacing to proclaim their success, you make sure that you do it for them. Now, the ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today, and participating in ceremonies just like this one. Indeed, there are some 50 universities in the world which can trace their history back more than 500 years. Now, we have another 449 years to go before we can match that. We're only a young university. We celebrated our 50th anniversary just last year. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. Now, those of us who went to school in New South Wales were taught that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. His greatest legacy was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society, because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony there be no distinction between the free and the freed that was the foundation of the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that notion of fair go for all is a legacy that here at Macquarie we will always aim to maintain and honour. After our first 50 years, we now have more than 160,000 Macquarie graduates living in more than 140 countries. We're regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities, and I can assure you that is not an idle boast. For example, today, I'm sure most people in this room at some stage will make use of Wi-Fi. But Wi-Fi was not developed at Oxford University or Cambridge University or Harvard University or the ANU or Melbourne University or Sydney University. No, Wi-Fi was developed by Macquarie University scientists and CSIRO scientists. And that's a huge feather in our cap, not something that too many people know about, so you've got to tell them. We also are currently extending our research as we are our courses and facilities. On your way here today, you may have seen our still relatively new Macquarie University Hospital, which is only a few years old. We're the only university in Australia which owns and operates its own private hospital. And of course, as well as being used for its primary purpose of treating sick people, it's also used by the postgraduate medical students and academics in our still new medical faculty. And it is a great hospital, I can attest to that personally. I was 2 years ago now a patient there for 3 days, and I can assure you that the level of care and attention is absolutely first class, especially if you're the Chancellor. So I recommend it to you. We're also proud of our still new library, only a couple of years old, which is the first university in library in Australia, and I think probably still the only one with an automated book retrieval system. And only 2 years ago, we opened our Australian Hearing Hub, which will be a world-leading institute in hearing and language sciences. So we're looking forward, and they're on the move. We're on the move. Here at Macquarie, we have a very clear and a very straightforward mission. And that mission is to transform people's lives and to improve the lives, not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe by the work and achievements of our graduates and by the fruit of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. And graduands, in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. Well, graduands and ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. David Hunt. Now, David is a writer, a satirist and an historian. He is the author of Gert, the Unauthorised History of Australia, which won the 2014 Australian Independent Booksellers Award for the Best Non-Fiction Book and was shortlisted for several other literary awards. He's also written for the Sydney Morning Herald, The Age, The Guardian, The Chaser Quarterly and The Hoopla. He co-presents the Australian History podcast, Rum, Rebels and Ratbags, with Dom Knight for ABC Radio and has appeared regularly on ABC radio shows including Outsiders, Background Briefing, Counterpoint, The Drawing Room and Evenings with Dom Knight. Now, there's also something else I should tell you about him. I only met David for the first time about 45 minutes ago, but we soon discovered that we had an association going back to 1780 because it was his ancestor, who was a magistrate in England, who sentenced my ancestor to death. So there are some scores to settle. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our occasional speaker, David Hunt.
Thank you, Chancellor. My ancestor obviously didn't do a proper job. Chancellor, members of faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, graduates, family, and friends. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land of the Darug people and pay my respects to elders past and present. I'd also like you to look at this. Okay, it's a $20 note, and you've all seen one before, but go with me here. For some of you, this unassuming strip of pink polymer is a symbol of your entering the full-time workforce after the completion of your degree. Although with the education you've just completed, you'll be earning a lot more than $20 an hour. For the entrepreneurs amongst you, this is a symbol of can-do Aussie innovation. Not only did Australians invent the Wi-Fi, as the Chancellor noted, we invented the polymer banknote. We came up with the feature film, military tank, electronic pacemaker, black box flight recorder, bionic ear, one of my favourite inventions, the wine cask, Vegemite, and the probably not nearly as obscene as it sounds, self-propelled rotary hoe. Now, it's universities like Macquarie that have made Australia a nation of innovators and entrepreneurs. It's universities like Macquarie that give their graduates the skills to compete in an increasingly competitive Australian and international labour market. Now, for me, this $20 note is a symbol of Australian opportunity, egalitarianism, commitment to education and philanthropy. In America, it may be all about the Benjamins, but in Australia, it's all about the Reebies. Mary Reeby, the kindly bespectacled grandmother on our $20 note, is an inspirational figure. Born into a middle-class English family, Mary Haydick, as she was then known, eloped with another girl at the age of 13, dressed as a boy, assumed the name James Burrow, stole a horse, and was sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Thankfully, this nation, the death sentence was commuted, and James Burrow was sentenced to transportation to the convict colony of New South Wales. And the amazing thing is that Mary went through her arrest, trial and months of imprisonment without anybody realising that she was a she. It was not until the compulsory pre-transportation bath that her gender was revealed. Mary came to New South Wales in 1792 at the age of 17, married a young naval officer she had met on her convict transport, Thomas Reeby. And for those of you who will be entering the business world, Thomas was the first Australian resident outside the infamous Rum Corps, the military officers who controlled the colony's trade, to start importing goods into Australia. And back in the day, there was no Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. The business world was a dangerous place. The competitors of the Rum Corps were often victims of unfortunate accidents, like falling down their bedroom stairs in the middle of the night. Now, this was particularly unfortunate as everyone at the time lived in single-storey houses. You didn't mess with the Rum Corps. Now, you, in pleasant contrast, will be entering a business world that fosters competition and respects the rule of law. When Thomas Reeby died young, Mary worked like a dog to build an extensive pastoral, hotel, shipping, sealing and real estate empire that took in most of what is now Sydney's central business district. She did this as a single mother of 7 children. There is no other place in the world where a cross-dressing, horse-thieving, seal-clubbing female juvenile delinquent could, through her own intelligence and drive, become a leading figure in both business and society. And she was assisted by this by the man after whom this university is named, the father of Australia, Governor Lachlan Macquarie. And you've heard some of the great things that Macquarie did today. I'll tell you a couple of other things. He was a complex man, and he liked to drink. He had a bit of a serious habit going on there. In his early diary, he wanted to be more disciplined in his life, and he defined that as getting dressed by 2:30 in the afternoon, drinking no more than 12 glasses of wine and 1 strong beer a night, and only consuming malt liquor during daylight hours. This was his attempt at being moderate. He also suffered from an embarrassing disease called syphilis, and spent much of his life having his nether regions dipped in a bowl of liquid mercury. You may have heard of the phrase, a night with Venus and a lifetime with Mercury. Macquarie certainly lived that life. He also, before he was governor, had an interesting history of I think probably fraud is the right word. And amongst a number of examples, he appointed members of his own family to fake military commissions. He'd create a new post in the army, not in the name of Macquarie, because that would be a bit of a giveaway, and then installed relatives, one of whom was a 96-year-old man appointed to the Horse Guards, even though he was incapable of sitting on a horse or guarding anything. He also installed a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old cousins as members of the British Army, and this was investigated by the Duke of York, the grand old Duke of York of nursery rhyme fame, who discovered that he had 10,000 men and 2 small Scottish boys. But despite these things, Macquarie was a man of commitment and principle who set many of the foundations for modern Australia. The governor, like this university, believed in the potential of each person. He introduced policies that allowed former convicts and women to own businesses, property, and to participate fully in public life. He wanted people to rise according to their merits, not their money, their old school connections, or their family name. All you aspiring businessmen and women owe Macquarie the man, as well as the university, a debt of gratitude. Macquarie was very much pro-business. He introduced Australia's first currency, dismantled the trade monopoly of the British East India Company, and in a few short years built 265 public works, including the lighthouse that adorns the university's coat of arms. He built toll roads and was the original infrastructure politician, the sort of man that Mike Baird and other political leaders would aspire to be. So it's not surprising that Macquarie Bank, like the university, was also named after him. And for all of you aspiring bankers graduating today, Macquarie also established Australia's first bank in 1817, the Bank of New South Wales, now known as Westpac. One of the bank's inaugural directors was Macquarie's wife, Elizabeth. Now let's think about that. The first American woman to serve on a bank board, Lydia Moss Bradley, did so in 1875. The same year, the first female bank clerks were employed in Britain, but a female director was unimaginable. Australia, which along with New Zealand led the way for women's suffrage, also led the way for women in business. Now, the Bank of New South Wales was largely funded by ex-convicts, including Mary Reeby. Indeed, the first branch opened in Mary's house on Macquarie Place. The names Macquarie and Reeby are synonymous with business, opportunity and egalitarianism. 3 things that I hope you all encounter and promote as your professional lives unfold. Now, there's another thing you should know about Mary Reeby. She understood that education provides the pathway to success. And despite the fact that her own schooling was rudely interrupted at the age of 13, she was one of the founding trustees of the Sydney Public Free Grammar School and donated to it throughout her life. That school is the ancestor of today's Sydney Grammar School, which is now neither public nor free. I know that because I'm asked to pay fees 4 times a year. Mary put her hand in her pocket when it came to education and a range of charitable causes. She understood that giving back to society is important, a principle that has been embraced by most of Australia's successful business leaders, and one that I am sure many of you will apply in your professional lives. My degree has enabled me to enjoy a number of different careers. Since graduating, I've worked as a banking and finance lawyer, a bouncer in a pub serving an English prison, which I enjoyed more than being a banking and finance lawyer, a legal and policy advisor within the public service, a political staffer, senior public servant, television scriptwriter, and now a writer, historian, public speaker, and podcaster, which is a strange new medium for me. I would never have dreamed that it would have existed several years ago. So I encourage you to use your degrees to pursue your dreams in business or in other spheres. The degree that you've received today will open doors, but you still need drive and tenacity and, yes, sometimes a bit of good old-fashioned luck to push through those doors and make your mark on the world. Work hard, embrace opportunity, treat others fairly, value friends and family, give back to society, enjoy life. If you follow these principles, lived by Mary Reeby and Lachlan Macquarie, without the boozing, venereal disease and fraud, your future is assured. Good luck in your futures.
thank you, David, for a great occasional address and a great account of the history of a great man. But of course, no one is perfect, and clearly Lachlan Macquarie wasn't a saint, but none of us are. But I think what David has just told us goes to show that everyone, even if they are flawed, are capable of doing great things. And certainly that was the case with Lachlan Macquarie. He also mentioned Elizabeth Macquarie, Lachlan's wife, who also was a great person in her own right. And we here at Macquarie published a book of Elizabeth Macquarie's letters some years ago, which if you can get a hold of it, you'd certainly get it in most public libraries, is really worth the read. She was a great woman. Earlier on, when I was telling you that David's ancestor condemned my ancestor to the gallows, obviously my ancestor didn't end up being hanged, otherwise I wouldn't be here. But he was saved by another great man, and that was a man by the name of Tommy Townsend. And Tommy Townsend was the Home Secretary. He was a cabinet minister in Britain. We now know him as Lord Sydney, after whom Sydney takes its very noble name. So we have a lot of characters in history that we can be thankful for and grateful for. So David, thank you for a fascinating occasional address. It sounds like you've had a fascinating career, and I think it just goes to show graduands that your life can go in all sorts of fabulous directions that you have absolutely no idea about at the present time. So always be prepared to take advantage of the unexpected opportunities and challenges that come your way. Once again, I think we should give David a great round of applause for a great occasional address. Oh, yes. I blame my bad back. But we now come to the key part of the ceremony, the reason we're here, which we almost forgot about, and that is to confer your degrees upon you. And it usually is the one part of the ceremony that worries me a bit, because I've been told by the best legal minds in the country that if I confer a degree on someone who's not eligible to receive it, there's nothing I can do to take it back. So I have to make sure that you're all eligible to graduate, that none of you were ever late in submitting an assignment, that none of you ever missed a class. And when I get that assurance, I can confer your degrees upon you. Acting Registrar, Deputy Registrar.
Chancellor, I certify that all candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas please now stand?
Graduands, in the name of the Council of Macquarie University and by my authority as Chancellor, I bid each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and is one of the largest in Australia. A broad range of programs in some of the most exciting and topical areas of business and economics are offered, and these continue to be in high demand both locally and internationally. Graduates from the faculty have recorded employment levels and starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. Research in the faculty is cutting edge and innovative, feeding into teaching to give students the best possible learning experience. The faculty includes research and study areas in accounting, actuarial studies, applied finance, economics, management, and marketing. Chancellor, I now call on Professor Mark Gabbett, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Gabbett.
Chancellor, I present to you the graduates in the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce: Jonathan Hadchiti, Patrick Haddad, Anthony Harb, Andrea D. Hay, Yu Xiang He, Kathleen Rhoda Young Hendry, Michelle Wing Yin Ho, Yi Min Ho, Liu Ting Hu, Tianying Hu, Shao Sharon Hu, David Huan, Jiaming Huang, Xijia Huang, Ting Yao Huang, Saida Saba Angela Huda, Quan Yin Hong, Ching Huo, Kate Louise Hutchinson. Tu Trong Huynh. Janelle Huang. Zhu Sang Huang. Jeline Antoinette Innes. Rory Alexander Irvin. A. Ishita. Sarah Jamal. Junjie Zhang. Pan Jiang. Qi Tian Zhang. Yan Zhang. Yawen Zhang. Lu Jin. Yan Jin. Thomas David Mackenzie Johnston. Tanvir Kashem. Seper Kaveh Najad. Andrew Kieran. Manjot Kaur Kak. Rohan Kavare. Su Mayat Kin. Nam Ki Kim. Jana Kaufman. De Hang Kong. Xiangjiao Kong. Veronika Katitsa Koprivniak. Tat Koi. Pravish Kumar. Zhe Qing Kwok. Siju Ren. Xinyu Lu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Te Gyue Ha. Una Han. Nabil Harris. Catherine Alexandra Harlett. Pei Li He. Yin He. Matthew He Lu. Yun Sok Ha. Kim Chi Hong. Tao Fong Hong. Mang Ying Hu. Hun Jong Ha. Noriko Ichinose. Joseph Inzatari. Kin Chong Long. Benjamin Beaufort Chuin Hong Ip. Nari Jiong. Yu Chen Jia. Ya Qing Jiang. Yang Zhao. Xia Susan Jin. Yu Tong Jin. Hoi Jing. Salima Jivani. Amy Rebecca Jones. Jeremy Jin Chung Koo. Jimmy Kim. Song Joong Kim. Lucy Eleanor Knox. Jonathan Dean Kumas. Osnabi Kwaramba. Mushfiq Nazib. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the Master of Commerce. C. Chen. Song Min Cho. Song Jin Choi. Pei Jo Guo. Xue Ting Guo. Xuan Jia. Vivi Ernawati Lee. Zhe Lin. Xiaoting Liu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting with CPA Extension. Anand Samuel. Hao Chen. Ying Chen. Shi Tui. Meng Gao. Yan Guan. Jiaxin Alethea Hong. Feng Feng Huang. Sneha Joshi. Li Kang. Jia Tian Li. Min Li. Ying Li. Xiao Ling Lian. He Di Liu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional. Hao Bai. Via Margarita Bangoy. Nicholas John Bennett. Shota Bakrashvili. Juliana Cavalcanti Morera. Zhe Chen. Di Wen Chen. Xiao Chen. Xin Chen. Yu Chi Chen. Yao Cheng. Tao Chi. Francois Josephus Di Manuel. Yong Ting Di. Xiao Qing Dong. Ying Dong. Xiang Duan. Qi Fang. Lan Fang. Qing Wei Gao. Chen Chang Gung. Tsai Yuen Guo. Ying He. Lai Man Ho. Chu Han Ho. Jay Jun Huang. Lin Huang. Minru Huang. Yongshan Tian Huang. Yue Huang. Song Ho Huang. Sadi Islam. Raj Ganeshan Iyer. Shu Wei Peng Jiang. Yue Zhao. Jia Jun Jin. Yang Zhu. Yuan Chao Zhu. Crispin Mwangi Kagera. Michal Kamal. Veronica Kardasova. Huan Ran Ke. Rakibul Hasan Khan. Robert David King, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Ling Xiang Kong. Shu Min Lan. Sang Mi Li. Yongju Li. Yang Lei. Bowen Lee. Hui Li. Jie Fu Li. Lei Li. Meng Lin Li. Ching Sen Li. Wei Li. Xiang Li. Zhe Li. Xiao Liang. Xin Yu Liang. Mao Ting Liao. Jia Hui Lin. Zhe Wan Lin. Wan Ting Lin. En Yin Liu. Juin Liu. Junwei Liu. Xixing Liu. Shiyuan Liu. Se Lu Liu. Ya Jing Liu. Rongmin Liu. Yang Zhou. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce. David Aditya. Chao Ban. Nata Chalawi Chanya. Enfang Chen. Xijin Chen. Jin Won Choi. Tu Duong Dang. Jie Dang. Yan Shuo Ding. Mohammed Abdul Mumin Evan. Yu Xing Gao. Daniel Gonzalez Castro. Di Gu. Yi Tang Liang. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Jonathan Mark Hamburger. For a thesis entitled Workplace Dispute Resolution Procedures in Australia. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates in the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Chancellor, I now call on Mr. David Adichie, who has graduated today with a Master of Commerce, to give the response on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. Adichie.
Chancellor, faculty, and my fellow graduates, good morning. I am deeply honored to have the opportunity to speak and celebrate with you today. It has been a long road for us, but we are finally ready to graduate. We are here today not to celebrate the end of a journey, but the beginning of a new one, the beginning of something fresh. The years that we spent at the university felt so special. They molded us to become the individual we are today. And of course, we couldn't have made it to this moment without the help of these people. To our lecturers and tutors, thank you for selflessly sharing your time and knowledge with us. You put in the effort to make lectures and tutorials interesting. You also patiently took the time to explain topics, assignments, and answers, sometimes repeatedly, because we simply couldn't understand them at first. Without you, we would have been lost. To our Chancellor, faculty, and all the academic staffs, we would also like to express our gratitude for supporting us in so many ways, facilitating us to complete our study. To our parents, thank you for helping us in more ways than it's possible to count. Thank you for your constant love and all the life lessons that you have taught us. We will be forever grateful. Right now, I couldn't be more reminded of how my family has played a key role throughout my academic journey, with all their guidance and support. During my first semester here, I felt that the subjects that I've taken were all too difficult due to the assignments, tests, and homework that need to be completed. I could barely cope up with the situation and started to feel homesick. At the time, I was even thinking of moving into other university. I made a call back home and told my parents about my struggle. I told them that I wanted to go back to Indonesia. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depending on your point of view, they disagreed with me. They advised me that there will always be challenges in life, and I need to fight through them in order to achieve my goals. They endlessly encouraged and motivated me for almost every single day during that time. Only because of them, I was able to overcome that difficult period and achieve the things that I thought were impossible, such as standing up here and sharing this story to all of you. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I also believe that I was fortunate enough to have the best classmates during my time in the university. My peers in the Faculty of Business and Economics were extremely friendly and helpful. A lot of them quickly became my second family while I was away from home. As you all experienced, behind each of the graduates, there must have been tremendous support given by a tremendous number of people, impossible to address one by one. Therefore, on behalf of the graduates, we are thankful for your support. We will carry these experiences with us throughout our lives. Leaving this hall, we will no longer be the same individuals we were yesterday, or even this morning. Some of us will compete in a competitive business environment. Some of us will dedicate our lives to give back to our communities. And some of us will even continue pursuing further academic career. Either path, I wish us all the best of luck and success, for we are proud graduates of Macquarie University, fully equipped and ready to face the world. Now I'm going to close this speech with a quote from Steve Jobs, one of the heroes of our generation. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you.
Well, good on you, David. That was a really excellent speech. Congratulations. I think you're going to go a long way. And I'm very pleased that you came to Australia to study, and I'm very pleased that you chose Macquarie, and I hope we have a long association. It really, I think, and this applies to all of our international students, I think it requires enormous courage to leave home, to leave your family and come to a strange country to study. That really, I take my hat off to all of you who do that. It was something I could never have done, but you are obviously a lot bolder and more courageous than I ever was, and I think it will stand you in very good stead. So David, congratulations, not only on a fine speech, congratulations on your master's degree. And by the way, the most important decision we can ever make in life is the one we make before we're born, and that's our choice of parents. And you obviously did very well, and your parents gave you very good advice. I think David deserves another great round of applause. Well now, that wasn't too bad, was it? That glorious voice, ladies and gentlemen, belongs to Angela Brewer. And I might say that you've been very fortunate this afternoon or this morning to have Angela sing at your graduation, because while she sings at almost all of our graduations, occasionally for one reason or another she can't make it, and when she can't come, I do the singing. I think Angela deserves another great round of applause. And so, excuse me, so too do our fabulous musicians, Dr. James Forsyth on the organ over there. And on the Chinese flute, Dr. Chai Chang-ning. And sitting just between them and also a few over there, I think, we have some of our alumni volunteers who come along to help out at graduations and make sure that everything runs smoothly for your graduation. They deserve a great round of applause as well. Well, graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie, but it's certainly not the end of your association with Macquarie University. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you're part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of the network of more than 160,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our alumni program, which is focused on lifelong learning, lifelong support, and lifelong connections. Our commitment to you is to help you keep in touch and engaged with Macquarie throughout your life. And please do make sure to come back to Macquarie, either to undertake more study, perhaps attend some alumni events or use our aquatic and fitness facilities. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. And you don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it either. Because almost everything you do matters. Everything you do in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities matters and can make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades, indeed the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or a kind gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life or a great career or a great achievement. So as Chancellor of Macquarie University, I charge you to use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I charge you to recognise the worth and dignity of all people, particularly those who have not had the opportunities that you have enjoyed. I charge you to set high goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. I charge you, wherever you go, to go with all your heart. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. Now, graduates, I hope also that you'll always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom, of course, are here with you today to help you celebrate. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm now going to ask you to do a few things. Graduates, would you now please stand? I'd now like you to put your degrees on the seats behind you so that your hands are free, and I'd like you to turn around to face your families and your friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Well, graduates, you can turn around now, but don't sit down because we will be leaving in just a moment. And I might remind you to pick up your degrees. We don't want anyone leaving it behind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in just a short while I'll be leading the official party and the graduates out in fact we'll be walking right down to the marquee overlooking the lake, where I would invite everyone to join us for some light refreshments. So the graduates will join the academic procession. I would now ask everyone to please stand. And please remain standing until the last of the graduates have processed out. And then I would like you all to join the academic procession. Well, graduates, I wish you the very best for the future, and in the words of the old Irish blessing, may the road rise up to meet you, may the wind always be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Graduates, good luck.